Well, hello, everybody, and happy college football season. Mike's already tailgating. He's probably drunk by now. Rico is in East Lansing. I'm Jeff in for Mike. What's going on, Rico?
Nothing much, Riger. Yeah, I'm in East Lansing. You know what, though? It kind of feels like a little bit of a homecoming for me because I'm in Spotlight Studios where I used to do my old show, The Spartan Beat. So they were kind enough to let me do my show from here today. So pays, when you're nice to folks. When you leave and you treat them well, they treat you well as well. So thanks, guys.
True story. I was on that show. David, Kenny, I was on that show like 3 times. Rico had
You
me.
were.
I know. I appreciate that. So listen, Rico, a ton to get to. I know everybody's chomping at the bit. We got Michigan State Western today. We got Michigan tomorrow against Colorado State. Doug Karsh is going to make his inaugural call. Everybody's going to be tuned into 97.1 The Ticket. But today, I know you have strong feelings about yesterday's Penn State-Purdue game. We got to get into it. I have a statement about Michigan and Michigan State football. We got to do that. 3 o'clock, TJ Lang. 4 o'clock, we have Who Said It. And 5 o'clock, Kenny came up with this, so you cannot be upset with it, Rico. We are playing Stump a Spartan. I have come up with 10 questions. I ran them by Spartan Elite Evan Jenkins. 10 questions for you, Rico, at 5 o'clock, and we'll see how good you are at Spartan opening games.
Okay. How far back are we going?
We're only going back to, let's see, my earliest one is back to 2008, I believe.
Okay.
So it's your wheelhouse.
Okay. So basically the D'Antonio era to now.
Correct. We're not going anything too crazy. And, I could have been a little less lazy and found Spartan games before 2008, but I found this very nice list that allowed me to look at the game, who they opened with, and all the stats, so I could just take a question from there. So I was a little lazy, but it's a great quiz. We'll do it at 5.
Okay. Well, I mean, for me, the biggest thing is when you look at these games, because Michigan State are starting this weekend. On Monday, what is it that you don't want to be saying about your team? What is it that would concern you the most about your team? When you watch these games, these are 2 games that both teams should win. But what would concern you? Like for me, for Michigan State, it's the defense. And I need to see that this defense got better. Now, I think if they get better, they can maintain the same success that they had or more. For Michigan, can you play perfect? Because that's really the only thing that's going to keep people off of Harbaugh's back is Cade has to go out there, play perfect, and then hand it over to JJ and say, your turn for Hawaii. But here's what I don't want, Riger. What I don't want to do on Monday is call up and say what an idiot Mel Tucker or what an idiot Jim Harbaugh was for the end-of-game management. Yes, I'm a little upset because I thought I handed people a winner in saying taking the Purdue money line, and it looked like they had it. Riger, I've never seen such a poor job at the end of a game than I saw last night. I have nothing to do with Purdue, and I'm yelling at the screen. I'm saying, guys, run the ball, eat the clock. They got the ball back twice, 6 minutes to go. They ran 14 plays. They ran the ball once. They threw and, had 9 incomplete passes. I never thought.
Sorry, I was in charge of the board. I wanted to join in. I apologize. Go on.
Yeah, are you done now? All right.
Yes.
It's but honestly, it felt like Avila was out there calling stuff because it's like, you know what, you're winning, and Penn State, you basically made James Franklin look like he was Bill Belichick. That's what you did because they did everything they could to lose this game for you, and I don't know. Just when I thought last week was ridiculous with Scott Frost, Brom said, hold my beer, watch. Let me show you what I can do in front of my home crowd, not overseas, but let me disappoint all my Boilermakers who showed up for this blackout and show them I can lose a game with style and flair and panache.
You're only upset because you told a bunch of people, take Purdue and the points. And by the way, everybody said that except for me, of course. I said take Penn State and give the 3.5. Now, I'll tell you this, Rico. I think you're dead on. So they ran 14 plays. There was 1 run. There was 9 incomplete passes. That's how Purdue ended the game when they led by 4 on various possessions. But I'll tell you this. Penn State led by 4. And I thought they had the game. I was sitting easy. I was in my Barca lounger. I'm like, dude, they're going to win this. They're going to cover. I'm going to go have a drink. And then Sean Clifford throws one of the most awful, pathetic, brutal passes I've ever seen in my entire life. That is a 24-year-old quarterback. I know Aiden O'Connell is 24 years old too, but Clifford throws that pick with a guy open, just overthrows him. And I thought Penn State is doing exactly what you're saying. They just threw away the game.
No, because Aiden O'Connell decided, I'm going to go challenge the best defender on the team, on the field for Penn State. Let me go after Joey Porter Jr. because I don't think he's really going to be a first-round selection in the NFL. And he just kept going there and going. I'm like, Mike and I did this topic once. This game felt like, okay, either Aiden O'Connell or Jeff Brom has something on this game. Like maybe they put some money down because they did their best not to win this thing.
That's
just how I see it.
I thought Sean Clifford had money on the game when he threw that pass. And then he put together one of the more insane, efficient drives you'll ever see, 6 of 7. They scored in like a minute 30, and Gus Johnson kept saying it was the greatest drive in the history of college football, which I thought was maybe a little bit overdoing it, but still, I dug it.
Yeah, Gus Johnson overdoing it. Hey, here's my surprise face, Riger.
All right,
but I do want to ask the people this.
Yeah.
248-539-9797. Michigan State. Games are tonight. Games are tomorrow at noon. Tonight at 7. What is it that you're watching for? What is it that you want to see? I think we all agree that both teams should win. What are you watching for? What are you looking out for? What do you want to see improvements? What would make you happy? What would make you concerned? 248-539-9797. Because I told you, for MSU, the biggest thing tonight is getting off the field on 3rd and 4th down. Making sure that you go after Western's quarterback, who's a redshirt freshman. This is his very first start.
Yeah, you better kill him.
Yeah, making him uncomfortable. What you don't want is Jaden Daniels for Arizona State stepping out on the field and lighting it up, and he becomes a star. You don't want that. If you're MSU, you want to go out there because, Riger, that was the biggest thing is they just couldn't get off the field on 3rd down. I'm not worried about the run game. I think it'll be running back by committee, and that's not to say that, you're downplaying Kenneth Walker or Ken Walker as he's now known as.
Yeah, he's a Seahawk now.
I look at this, and for Michigan State, can you get off the field? Can you get the ball back? Can you get turnovers? Can you get sacks? Can you dial up a defense that, they were a blessing and a curse. They could get sacks last year, but they just couldn't get off the field. And for Michigan on Saturday, can you get out of this game with no injuries and can you play that perfect game? Because I think that's the only thing Michigan's being compared to going up against Colorado State is perfection, and I don't know if that's fair or not.
I got something similar. I'm interested in both defenses, so I want both defenses to play well. With you guys, Panashuk is gone, no Drew Beasley. Aaron Brule, the transfer from Mississippi State, and I keep hearing about Amir Speed.
Brule.
Oh, it's Brule. I'm sorry. Kind of like Goulet? Brule.
Yes.
I keep hearing about Amir Speed, too. The transfer from Georgia was supposed to be really good, got injured, then came to Michigan State. He's supposed to be awesome, right? So your defense, there's no way it can be worse, especially the pass defense, than last year. So I would just want to see if Michigan State's defense is legit. If you allow Western, as you mentioned, redshirt quarterback, go all crazy on you offensively, then it's probably a preview of coming attractions and you have issues. As far as Michigan...
I'll say this before you get to Michigan. Yeah, if Western scores as many points as Central Michigan did last night, then I'm not a happy camper.
Yes, I agree with you.
Tuesday, and I would when we come on the air because we got Labor Day off, I will not be happy at all, and we're going to be dissecting and saying what the hell is wrong with this defense and who should be held accountable.
Both teams should be able to cover. I'd probably start there, but yes, Michigan State, their defense. Michigan, it's pretty easy. Cover, obviously, but I want to see how good that offense is. That offense should wreck Colorado State. I want to score every possession, or at least every 2 out of 3 possessions. And defensively, everybody wonders about Michigan's D. They lost so much, so many guys to the NFL. Colorado State loves to throw the football. Now, everything's new there. There's got a new coach. You have no idea how they're going to play. If they get some kind of momentum early on, they can make it a game for a half dare I say, a half and a quarter. I want Michigan's defense to shut them down. I want them to hold them to 14 points.
I don't even think they can make it for a quarter and a half, Rieger. Michigan, this thing, they should cover they should cover by halftime. And I know it's a 30-point. It's up to 30.
It is.
They should have already covered by halftime.
248.
This thing is basically don't get anybody injured.
248-539-9797. The ticket text, the exact same number. This is how Rico rolls. He's looking for the negatives. What do you not want to see? Forget what you want to see. What do you not want to see?
Okay, hold on. Because you're making it sound like it's not looking for the negatives. I think both teams want to say, yeah, I want to see a win. But when you look at the caliber of team, if you go out there and score 60-some points, does that really mean anything?
That's true.
So, I'm doing what every fan of Michigan and Michigan State is going to be doing tonight. You're going to be looking for the flaws. You're going to be looking to see what you need to work on so when they go up against each other or when they go up against Ohio State or when they go up against Iowa or Wisconsin, things that need to be fixed. So that's why I'm saying this.
Can I ask you a quick sub-question? Because I truly believe this. And you're going to disagree. I think Hatchet and Kenny will disagree too. But Michigan State plays Western. You should win by 40. You really should. Michigan plays Colorado State. They should win by 40 as well. They really should. Are you less of a fan if you turn off these games at the half? Or are you more of a fan if you watch them all the way through? Because I can guarantee you, tonight, if you're up by 30 on Western, I'm turning it off. I don't care about the third and fourth strings. No. Same with Michigan. I'm turning it off if they're up by. I'm leaving. I'm going to the game. I'm leaving the game if they're up by 30.
Okay. Leaving the game and turning the game off is two different things. Leaving the game, it's, you know what? Let's beat traffic.
Beat traffic, right?
There's no traffic in your living room, Rieger. So
I'm turning it off.
Sit and watch the game.
No. I need to be compelled.
Okay, because here's the thing. I thought about Cookies last night. He's a true fan of Central Michigan.
He bet on the game.
He watched it, right? But he was watching it because he's an alum, and he watched his team come back. And you know what? If I'm Cookies, I started rooting for Central Michigan. I'm like, you know what? You could do this. You could pull this thing off. So, yeah, if you're a fan of the team,
Rico,
you're going to watch it to the end, Rieger.
Central,
now, if you're just a troll like you and there's nothing to troll, then you turn it off to find something new to troll.
Central made a little bit of a run. I still would have turned it off. Unless I bet. Listen, if I bet on the games.
Rieger, they were down by damn near 40.
I agree. But if I bet on the games, I'll keep them on. If I'm not betting on them, I'm turning them off. But 248-539-9797 does it make you less of a fan? And also Rico's question, give me the one thing that you don't want to see that we're not talking about on Monday. 248-539-9797. The ticket text, the same number, 971 the ticket.